Have you ever thought about what truly separates successful individuals from everyone else? It's not just about working hard or being lucky. It's about how they feel. In this summary, we'll take a deep dive into the powerful mindsets that fuel the success of high achievers. Imagine unlocking the secrets that could completely transform your life, helping you overcome obstacles, make smarter choices, and reach your fullest potential. Whether your goal is to climb the career ladder, improve your relationships, or grow personally, the insights you'll discover here could be the key to realizing your dreams. So, stick with me as we uncover the strategies that can reshape your thinking and, ultimately, your life. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll have practical tools you can apply right away to boost your success in all areas of your life. Embrace big-picture thinking. If you're a vital thinker, you can thrive in any role you take on. But the benefits of sharp thinking go beyond professional success. They also extend to your personal growth. A strong thinker can excel in all facets of life. And here's the great news. Everyone has the potential to improve their thinking, including you. However, it's important to remember that your thought process won't change. Like a muscle, it needs daily exercise and effort to strengthen. Yes, it's a challenge, but the reward is life-changing, and that's a promise. One powerful way to enhance your thinking is to focus on long-term, big-picture ideas. Jack Welch, the former CEO of General Electric, exemplified this mindset. He urged his employees to prioritize building strong customer relationships more than making immediate sales. Why? Because those relationships will lead to more sales in the future. Thinking ample means looking beyond the present moment and seeing the opportunities that may come your way. Surround yourself with individuals who share this forward-thinking approach. You'll notice their perspectives on life are unique. Big thinkers possess several key traits. Lifelong learners. They are constantly seeking new knowledge and experiences. They love exploring unfamiliar places, meeting new people, and embracing fresh ideas. You can foster this same passion for learning in your own life. Focused on growth. Pay attention to your schedule and set aside time specifically for personal development. Identify one day or task that you can dedicate to improving your mindset. Mentally prepare to give that day your all, knowing it's leading you toward greater success. Listen actively. To become a better thinker, humility is essential. You don't have all the answers, but you can learn them if you start by listening. Seek out experts in various fields, as they often hold valuable insights. For example, John Maxwell, the author of this book, once engaged with 900 football coaches eager to learn about their teamwork strategies. His genuine desire to learn impressed the coaches, and John walked away with a wealth of new knowledge. His openness to learning helped expand his thinking. Live with purpose. Big thinkers live fully because they understand that time is finite. They continuously seek ways to grow and improve, aiming to look back on their lives with pride and satisfaction. Openness. Thinking big opens your mind and allows you to connect with others on a deeper, more empathetic level. It encourages you to consider diverse perspectives and learn from people whose thoughts differ. If you don't embrace this mindset, you risk falling into ignorance and bias. By staying stubborn and inflexible, you limit your growth and keep your worldview narrow. Thinking big lets you see clearly which tasks deserve immediate attention and which can be put on the back burner. Life can sometimes feel overwhelming, causing you to pour your energy into the wrong things. Before you react or take action, pause and ask yourself, do I want to continue investing in this long term? If the answer is yes, then go for it. If not, let it go and move on. Cultivate creative thinking. Developing creative thinking is another essential element of becoming a vital thinker. Being innovative doesn't necessarily mean constantly inventing brand new ideas. Many of the world's greatest creators were inspired by existing works. True originality is rare, but creativity thrives on adding your unique touch to something familiar. Here are some core values that creative thinkers share. They value ideas. Like big picture thinkers, creative minds are open to new ideas. They don't just claim to be creative, they actively seek opportunities to think creatively. It's impossible to generate fresh ideas unless you first learn to appreciate the ideas of others. They seek options. Creative thinkers are open to possibilities. On the contrary, they welcome them. The more options they have, the more creative they can be. John Maxwell found value in having many choices as it helped him identify the best possible solution. They embrace uncertainty. This is closely tied to their love for options. Creative thinkers aren't scared of the unknown. To them, uncertainty opens the door to more exploration and innovation. They use their imagination to fill in the blanks of a story or a plan, allowing them to see opportunities others might miss. They don't fear failure. Having many options also means facing a higher chance of failure. This is why many people avoid thinking creatively, sticking with what you know is safer. But creative thinkers relish the challenge of pushing boundaries. They understand that failing 99 times is worth it if the 100th idea is a breakthrough. Awakening the creative thinker within you. To unlock your creative potential, you need to tackle what I call creativity killers. Don't limit yourself, especially mentally. Don't tell yourself that you're not creative, and never dismiss an idea just because it initially seems strange or impractical. Most importantly, don't fear failure. Believe in your creative abilities. Ask the right questions. Non-creative minds tend to spot wrong answers, but creative minds identify the wrong questions. Wrong questions can block creativity far more than wrong answers. They prevent you from thinking clearly. Next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, why must it be done this way? Is there another approach? What are the root causes of this problem? What would happen if I didn't do this? These kinds of questions train your mind to think outside the box. Surround yourself with creative people. Creativity is contagious. Spend time with people who aren't afraid to explore new possibilities. Have you ever been in a dynamic brainstorming session where one great idea sparks another? By the end, you likely felt energized and brimming with new ideas. That's the power of creative collaboration. By integrating these habits and strategies into your daily life, you'll start seeing the world and its possibilities with fresh eyes. Your ability to think creatively will strengthen, helping you approach problems and opportunities in innovative ways. Creative thinking can show you that you don't always need to follow a rigid, predefined path. It opens up endless possibilities and alternative ways to approach challenges. Embrace strategic thinking. The term strategic thinking might sound intimidating. Perhaps it conjures images of military strategies or scenes from war movies. However, strategic thinking can be easily incorporated into everyday life. John Maxwell observed that most people plan their lives daily. You wake up, jot down a to-do list, and get to work. Others might take it further and plan their week, checking their calendars and appointments. However, John follows a more long-term approach. He plans his life in 40-day increments. He reviews his upcoming schedule, determines when to travel, plans activities with his family, and allocates specific days for personal and professional projects. This method of forward-thinking planning is one of the key reasons he's accomplished so much. Strategic thinking not only streamlines your efforts, but also provides a clear roadmap to reach your goals and enhances your strengths along the way. If you're ever overwhelmed by a large project, strategic thinking helps you break it down into smaller, more manageable parts. By planning step by step, even the most intimidating tasks become more approachable. How to develop strategic thinking. 1. Break down tasks. Divide large tasks into smaller, actionable parts. This makes tackling them easier and lets you focus on each piece individually. How you break down the task depends on your preferences, whether by purpose, level of responsibility, or function. 2. Identify and focus on core goals. Don't rush to solve a problem immediately. The issue you initially identified might have more profound underlying causes. Take your time to thoroughly assess the situation and get to the root of the problem. 3. Assess resources. Objectivity is critical in strategic thinking. Consider the resources at your disposal, time, money, and materials, and determine if there are any additional resources you'll need to borrow or acquire to accomplish your goals. 4. Create a step-by-step plan. John advises that your plan's complexity will depend on your project's complexity. However, you should always start with the first logical step. For example, if you're moving into a new office, the first step might be to explore the area around the new building. This keeps momentum going and maintains excitement among your team. 5. Assign the right people to the right roles. It is essential to assign tasks to individuals based on their strengths. If you assign tasks to the right people, it can lead to clarity, satisfaction, and ultimately failure to execute the plan. Carefully consider each person's capabilities to ensure the best fit for the job. 6. Repeat the process. Small problems can often be solved with discipline, but larger ones require strategic thinking. Developing this skill takes time and practice, but strategic thinking will become second nature over time. Whether the problem is large or small, you can tackle it effectively with strategic foresight. Learn from reflective thinking. In today's fast-paced society, action is often seen as more valuable than thought. Results are tangible, while thinking may seem less productive. However, John Maxwell emphasizes that reflective thinking, taking the time to contemplate deeply, is an essential part of achieving long-term success. Reflective thinking offers a clear, honest perspective on situations. After taking a vacation or a break, for example, you might find yourself returning to your daily tasks with a fresh mind and new insights. John had a simple but powerful way of teaching his children the value of reflection. After every trip, he would ask them 2 questions: what they enjoyed the most and what they learned. This habit wasn't just about sharing memories, but about instilling in them the importance of looking back and learning from experiences. Many people don't pay close attention to their experiences, and without reflection, you can't truly grasp the lessons they hold. Reflective thinking helps you develop emotional honesty. When caught in an intense emotional situation, letting your feelings cloud your judgment is easy. You're often too focused on how you feel to think clearly in those moments. While it's normal to experience intense emotions, they can distort your perception of a situation. This is why reflection is so critical. By revisiting an emotional event after it has passed, you gain insight into how you could have handled things better. This kind of thinking helps you process past experiences and prepares you for similar situations in the future, enabling you to respond more effectively. Another benefit of reflection is that it helps you become more specific and confident in your decisions. If you often second-guess yourself, reflective thinking can help you reassess your choices. Taking the time to think through your decisions will over time sharpen your intuition and lead to better judgment. How to develop reflective thinking. 1. Set aside time for reflection. The first step is giving yourself the time to reflect. This is often overlooked, as people say they're too busy or boring. However, every successful person carves out time for deep thinking. If you neglect this, you may never achieve the success you're striving for. 2. Eliminate distractions. You need a quiet, undisturbed space to reflect effectively. Avoid bringing any gadgets or distractions with you. John, for example, finds peace sitting on a rock outside his house or relaxing in a park. It doesn't matter where you go, as long as no one interrupts your reflective time. 3. Review your calendar and diary regularly. These tools are great for planning your day and fostering reflection. Look at how you spend your time and whether your priorities align with your personal growth, relationships, or career goals. Are the activities you're investing time in helping you grow as a person? Are they strengthening your connections with loved ones? Reflecting on these questions will guide you toward better choices. 4. Turn thoughts into action. Reflection without action is meaningless. Once you've gathered insights from your reflective thinking, take action on them. For instance, have you ever attended a conference and left feeling inspired, full of ideas for self-improvement, only to let that excitement fade without making any changes? To avoid this, ensure your reflective thinking leads to tangible actions that can transform your life. The purpose of reflection is to give you perspective, guide your future decisions, and help you grow. Question popular thinking. It's often easy to go along with what others think or follow the status quo. Agreeing with your boss all the time might seem like the easiest path to avoiding conflict or challenges. Likewise, traditions and widely held beliefs can feel comfortable to follow because everyone else believes in them. But this mindset, what we call popular thinking, can sometimes promote falsehoods. Take the example of Nicholas Copernicus. In his time, people firmly believed that the Earth was the center of the universe. But Copernicus challenged that popular belief, proving that the solar system revolved around the sun. He questioned the truth of the majority and changed the course of scientific understanding. Popular thinking can often be a trap. People fear standing out and, as a result, are often willing to follow the crowd, even when it leads in the wrong direction. Challenging popular thinking requires courage, but can open up new possibilities and reveal more profound truths. By integrating reflection into your life and questioning commonly accepted beliefs, you set yourself on a path of personal growth and intellectual freedom. You'll enhance your decision-making and emotional intelligence and cultivate the bravery to stand out and think for yourself. Change can be intimidating. Routine gives us a sense of security, but that doesn't mean it's always the best way to move forward. To achieve success, you must be willing to challenge tradition. This might involve demonstrating to your boss that a particular method is inefficient or outdated. One of the defining qualities of a good thinker is the ability to question popular beliefs and approaches. To break away from the crowd, you must develop the habit of examining everything you hear. Over time, this process will become second nature. Before you follow any trend or adopt a popular belief, take a moment to think about it. Many people follow the crowd without thinking critically, simply because it's the easiest path. Sometimes it feels safer to accept what's popular rather than challenging it. Consider John's experience after the tragic events of September 11th, 2001. While many people were afraid to travel to New York and flights were cancelled left and right, John and his wife saw an opportunity. They decided to visit New York, taking advantage of the lower airfare and fewer crowds. Because security was heightened, they felt safe. They would have missed an affordable and enjoyable trip if John had gone along with popular thinking. This example shows that stepping away from popular thinking allows you to make choices that suit your unique situation. To truly succeed, it's essential to embrace ideas that are different from your own. Humility is critical in this process. Recognize that others' perspectives can offer valuable insights, and don't dismiss alternative methods simply because they seem unfamiliar or unconventional. Instead, allow yourself to learn from people with diverse backgrounds, whether it's through education, career experiences, or personal interests. The more exposure you have to different ways of thinking, the more your thought process will expand. Once you've learned how to break free from popular thinking, you must continually challenge your ideas. Over time, you'll develop a way of thinking that works best for you, even if it's not the most widely accepted approach. This mindset will serve you for life. However, you'll miss out on new growth opportunities if you refuse to adapt and cling to what feels easy and comfortable. Those who welcome change are the ones who shape a brighter future for themselves. Try new things and adopt new approaches regularly. Make it a habit to try something new every month, even if it's a tiny change, like taking a different route home or ordering a new dish at a restaurant. When you stick to the same routines day after day, your mind becomes stagnant and struggles to generate new ideas. New experiences refresh your thinking and remind you that old habits aren't always the best. When you start thinking outside the box, you may face resistance. It's natural for others to feel uncomfortable when confronted with new ideas that challenge the status quo. However, don't let this discourage you. Base your thinking on what you believe is the best option, even if it's not the most popular choice. People might question your decisions, and it may feel uncomfortable initially, but remember that many great thinkers throughout history faced similar resistance. Their groundbreaking ideas often made others uneasy, yet these same thinkers sparked waves of change. One day, your unique idea might be celebrated too. Just keep the spirit of curiosity and questioning alive. Conclusion. As you've learned, successful people don't live like everyone else. They approach tasks and challenges with a mindset that sets them apart from the ordinary. What distinguishes them is the way they think. Successful individuals think big, always keeping the future in mind. Before acting, they ask themselves, will this help me grow? Creativity is another hallmark of success. It sharpens your mind and helps you make the right choice and the best one. Creativity pushes you out of your comfort zone. That's where real success awaits. Don't be afraid of failure. Even if you fail 100 times, each attempt brings you closer to meaningful success. Strategic thinking is essential for every task. It helps you break your work into manageable parts, making even the most overwhelming projects more accessible. Reflective thinking, on the other hand, allows you to learn from your experiences and make better decisions moving forward. The most successful people don't just act. They reflect on their actions and learn from them. Finally, thinking differently is critical. Every great person in history dared to challenge popular thinking, and so should you. Strategic thinking, reflective thinking, creative thinking big, and thinking differently are all practices you must cultivate daily. Now that you know how successful people think, start applying these principles to your life. If you can change your thinking, you can change your life. Thank you for listening to this audiobook summary of How Successful People Think by John Maxwell. I hope you found these insights valuable and inspiring. If you enjoyed this summary, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more audiobook summaries. Until next time, keep challenging your mind, growing, and striving for success. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you in the next summary.